we said, you did it completely, and then everything kind of crashed, and you left your husband, you lost some money, you made some more money, and then you were so desperate you ended up in what's in America called a halfway house.
Yes.
It's not a term we use in Europe.
Yes.
And there, you didn't even feel you were worthy to lie on a bed.
Yes.
So you were lying on the floor, and then what happened? You were lying on the floor one day. Just talk me through what happened.
Well, asleep on the floor, I woke up one morning. You know, I slept next to my bed because I didn't believe I was worthy of even that. But sleeping on the floor, I woke up just like we all do every morning. But I woke up in two ways. I woke up from the sleep of the night, and I woke up into another world. And, you know, it was quite radical. Prior to that, I believed that you had to die of the physical body to escape this hell as I perceived life to be. And it wasn't true. There's another way, you know. And for me, it just turned out to be so simple. What I saw that was so valuable, what really matters from that experience is I saw in that moment that when I believed my thoughts, I suffered. And when I didn't believe my thoughts, I didn't suffer. And I've come to see that this is true for every human being. Now, it's all the darkness in that moment was gone. And I could see in that moment, in that unidentified I moment, I could see that the moment, I'll say it this way, the moment that the mind hit, it had lost the ability to believe, but it saw in that moment that the mind hit that what it believed it saw. So it was the ultimate creator of all. And then this laughter it's as though it just burst into life, and that was its first sound. And so I've experienced a lot of laughter since. That is, you know, I can look so serious, but that laughter, it doesn't move. It's just, it is the most brilliant thing to say, to hear someone say, for example, the sky is blue, and I can't laugh and say, are you still believing that, or are you just being funny? It's just that silent humor that's going on all the time, that laughter, and to have lost the ability to believe, and in that grace of always being that. I am that, I am that, I am not, I am not. For example, maybe I would be walking, and for an agoraphobic, that's a lot. And you know, years locked in my own world and bedroom and home, so to speak, very difficult to leave, and very fearful. But then this experience, and then there's this apparent woman walking, and maybe I would maybe walk into someone's house knowing that it was mine, because no one had told me that's not what we do here. And so I had this knowing, this understanding of no separation. So maybe I would sit down in their living room, and the family would come by and say, hello, how are you? And the warmest, friendliest world. And then they would start figuring out that no one knew me in the family, that I had, in fact, not been invited in by anyone that they could identify. And then they would begin to teach me, like, this is our home. Well, that's separation.
Yes.
And then they would begin to teach me who they are. Can we help you? How can, you know, what can we do for you? Would you like a glass of water? What is your address? You know, these moments you learn you have an address, that you're in the wrong home. That's huge separation. But I did meet the friendly universe, starting this time from a child, because I had inquiry to show me the way. So in my original experience, everything turned out not to be true, and that hasn't changed. For example, maybe I would find myself in maybe a mall or a marketplace, and I would be just sobbing with just the miracle of it all, just this miracle. And maybe I would sit down against the wall, just out of people's way, and people would stop and say, "May I help you?" The same thing again, it's the heart, you know, and
yes.
Would you like a tissue? Can I help you? Is there anywhere is there someone I could call? I mean, that's what we hold in common specifically. Fear is the opposite of our true nature. And for me, true nature is basically, I love, I care. How can I help? I mean, that is standard, just standard, the standard voice of the heart. And when the heart and the mind are same, that's the end of the duality that you spoke to earlier. There is no longer duality. There is no apparent negative in that world. It cannot, it's meant to be humorous, nothing more than that. But that is once something that's seen through. Only love. My job is to love. That's the simplest job in the world. You know, it just comes down to that. That meets my nature, the nature of everything, of these flowers and this glass. I mean, we couldn't count the blessings and the grace of this moment, you know, this dream.